Hello everyone, sorry for the really weird angle and lighting. Blame Mother Nature because it's really dark outside and so I had to position my camera weird and so I'm not in my usual spot. Blame Mother Nature. So today I just want to give a brief overview of the Lunar Chronicles series and then talk a little bit more in detail with the last book that just came out, Cress. I really liked this series. It took me a little while to get into, at least for the first book, Cinder, because I have never read a book where there's a cyborg and whatnot. So it was almost like I went in between picturing her as like a regular human and then this like android. But then once I was finally able to merge these two images together, and I honestly had to cheat. I actually looked up Cinder on Google and I saw like fanned renditions of like drawings and stuff like that, and that helped me visualize things. But if you do not know what the Lunar Chronicles is about, the first book is about a girl cyborg set in New Beijing, so it's way into the future, and all of these, so there's Cinder, and there's Scarlet, and there's Cress, and they're all retellings of fairy tales. So in case you couldn't guess, Cinder's for Cinderella, and the foot and the heel, and yeah, you get it. So I don't really know what to say without giving it away. Like, I don't know exactly how to put into words what it's about, but my best shot is Cyborg Girl, Cinder, retelling of Cinderella, and through each, it's a continuous like story and plot development, but through each book they have a different main character point of view. You still switch between point of views in the book. For instance, Cinder was mainly Cinder and then Prince Kai. And then for Scarlet, you have Scarlet's point of view, but every once in a while it would switch back to Cinder and Kai because Cinder and Kai are the pivotal people in the book series. And then the same with Cress. Mainly through Cress's point of view, but sometimes you got some Cinder, sometimes you got some Thorn, sometimes you got some Kai. What I really like about this series is that you delve into this new character, but at the same time you still get to feel the point of views of the other characters that you have grown to love throughout the series. Out of all three books though, I still have to say my favorite, Scarlet. I can't wait for Winter. The next book is coming out in 2015 and I can't wait for that book. It seems really good. Winter is going to be from Snow White, the retelling of Snow White. One of the things that I really like about this series is that even when it's not like really action based and you're getting character development or other things that are essential to the plot and storyline, Marissa Meyer just has a way of making it still so intriguing that these books fly by so fast. Like, they're the type of books that you can't put down and you end up reading in a day. That is it for the non-spoilerly section. I'm really not going to get into too many spoilers, but if you haven't read the series before, you definitely want to tune out now, and then read the series because I'm going to talk about Cress now. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Leave. So Cress is the longest book, even though it didn't really feel like it, and I liked it. Again, my favorite is still Scarlet. I love Scarlet and Wolf. Mainly, I just love Wolf. But I love the dynamic between Cress and Thorn, of Cress being really kind of innocent and having to find her own strength because she can't rely on Thorn because Thorn is now blind once they go and try to rescue Cress. I have mixed feelings about Thorn being blind. I think it was a really good character development for him, and I don't think Cress and Thorn might have not gotten along so well if they didn't have to learn how to rely on each other the way they did when they were stuck in the Sahara. It was just weird to picture, you know, Thorn really disabled like that, and I liked it, but at the same time I can't wait to get the old Thorn back. If I remember correctly, he's still blind at the end of this book and Cress is giving him his eye drops, so who knows if he will actually gain his eyesight back or not, but I hope he does. Another character development that I really liked was Cinder. I liked seeing Cinder and Kai in their character development. Cinder's getting more in tune with this whole Princess Celine thing, and you know, at the end of the book she starts saying our country and my country and things that Cinder never would have uttered, I think, at least in Scarlet. And then Prince Kai, we see him dealing and facing with the burden of being an emperor of an entire nation at the age of 19. I have to say one of my favorite characters in the book has to be Torin, Kai's advisor. I don't know why. I really wish that like there was something or book or something with him more as a main character. I think he's really interesting. Was I the only one who wasn't surprised about the whole disease thing being an actual biological warfare? Because I remember thinking about that in Cinder, but then they never had really mentioned it for a long time. But I was like, oh, so that was just one theory that I had that didn't work out. And then they mentioned it in Cress, and I had totally forgotten that I had thought about it because it just wasn't ever mentioned. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense because Lavanna or Lavala, I don't remember her name right now. Starts with an L, ends in an A. Yeah, that one. So yeah, I just wouldn't put it past her, and I don't like her at all. When Cress is like, you know, I'm afraid that I'm turning into her, like using my lunar gifts and powers. And you're just like, You're just like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Just stop it, Cinder. Just stop it. Dr. Erland, being Cress's father, I'm not sure how I felt about it just because we never got to see them together. It was just kind of like, hey, let me mention this, but then let me never really resolve it, and I'm not sure how I felt about that. I do like his death and his ending. It was very sweet. I was starting to wonder, you know, how long that this disease would be in this world before it started progressing. So I'm glad that there was that plot twist in there because really the disease probably would have mutated by now, and so I'm glad that Marissa Meyer threw that in there because that's what diseases do. That's why you gotta take a flu shot every year. My favorite character, hands down, especially in this book, has to be Iko. I love Iko so much, and then that she had her android body type thing, I loved it. I like her as the ship better. It's just funny thinking of a ship with a big personality like Iko, but yeah, if anything happens to her, I'm gonna be really sad because I love her so much. She's such a comic relief throughout this whole book. I can't wait for a Scarlet and Wolf reunion. So I'm really excited for Winter because it looked like she's batshit crazy, and I kind of like points of view from people that are crazy. Maybe I need to go and read some Sylvia Plath or something, I don't know. But I can't wait for her point of view because I just think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I can just tell. So that is it for this section, and are you ready for my surprise? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I got a haircut! I've been wanting to do this for forever. In case you haven't seen my 50 Facts About Me video, I get really bored with my hair really easily, and I have dyed it blonde, I have dyed it brown, almost black, and then this like reddish color, and I've had it long, like you've seen. That's the longest I've ever had it, and this is my first time cutting my hair this short in 6 years, and so it's not really a surprise for you, as in I've been keeping this bottled up inside for forever of me wanting to do this, and I finally did it. So yay, surprise! So I will see you guys next time, or tomorrow, I guess. Bye! Like for instance, Cinder was no, you're not Cress. It's not even Cress. It's Cinder. If I remember, ooh.